Alright guys, we are at my shop. It is the day after Christmas. It's a bit chilly in here, but we're gonna fire up the heater, just kind of getting situated here. I know last time that I was here, we kind of hit a speed bump with the Injuku rear bash bar. We're having some fitment issues. I did contact them, sent them some photos, and they were super cool about it. So shout out to Injuku with the customer service. But they were definitely like, yeah, something's up. We think it warped a bit when they welded it. They probably removed it too early out of the jig, so when it cooled off, kind of just got out of line with everything. So they sent me a label. I'm gonna ship that back to them. I was kind of bummed about that because, I mean, I do like it. It looks real good. But I think I do want to just go ahead, because they were going to just exchange it for me. But, like, there, the jacking point, I don't think is low enough, in my opinion. I kind of want one that's a bit lower. But, I mean, the quality of it's good. The welds are good. I think I'm just going to go a different route with it. So they were super cool about it. So we're going to pull that off, put the factory one back on, try and get my rear bumper patched up from where I screwed it up in a dumb way. And just kind of get some tires swapped out because we're prepping for an end of the year drift event. We've got a super sick deal. The drift community is kind of giving back to us, and they're just doing a $20 entry fee at our local track. So, of course, David's here. Say hello, David. David's a little down in the dumps. We think he's got some sort of sickness. But he's making it. So, we're going to pull this bash bar off, put the factory one back on, get my rear bumper kind of patched up, hanging onto the car a little bit. We're gonna do the alignment on the rear of my car because I did lower it, so my alignment's out of whack. We need to double check all that stuff, and we're going to get some fresh tires put on the car. So a little bit of tire machine work. That's super annoying and noisy, but it's got to be done. And then I'm gonna introduce you guys to David's drift car. We're gonna reveal that. So that's a super sick car, but you guys stay tuned. You're in for a treat. Getting these factory brackets put back on here so we can get that factory, I guess crash support is what they call it from the factory. Did you just cross-thread it?
No, maybe.
Sounded like it.
It was about...
Alright, so we did it. We got the stock one back on there. And it's kind of sad to see, honestly. But it's got to be done. You know, I don't want somebody to tap me in the rear and regret not having one. But we're going to ship this bash bar off to Injuku. I'm just going to return it. I'm going to go a different route. They were going to replace it. They were super cool. So, shout out Injuku. Oh god! Dude, that wheel shock loop about killed me. They just sit in there somewhat half-assed. Yikes. Dude, if I paid $350, like whoever bought this bumper before paint, I feel like an idiot. This bumper sucks.
Fiberglass.
It looks kind of neat, but overall review, it's pretty bunk. Like, it doesn't utilize these mount points. You gotta like screw into the car.
Airflex, baby.
No bueno. Really get it on there. All right. That ain't going anywhere.
Yes, it is.
Really seat it. Okay, so we got the lights in the bumper. It took way longer than I wanted it to, and of course it's always something simple that makes you feel like an absolute idiot, but the lights are in there, kinda, but like I said, this bumper is probably going to get destroyed pretty soon anyway, so just needs to be functional. But we're going to get this bumper on here and get the taillights put in, and we're going to do it the YouTuber way. So yeah, that took way too long as expected, but it's on and we're good. We just got done checking the alignment. We really didn't fool with anything. I did lower the car a bit, so I wanted to double check, make sure everything was okay before I take it to the track. It's quite a bit of toe in, so that's going to make it feel a little gripped up in the rear. So it's not significantly different from what I was driving with. I think I had like an 1/8 inch of toe in the rear previous to lowering it, and now it's at like 1/4. So we're going to see how that feels before I fool with it. I might like it a lot, I don't know. So we're going to try it out, and I'm not going to mess with it any.
Do the edit thing where it's like, ning, ning, ning.
You know, there's a way to like make it where you can't hear an impact, like when it hammers. Yeah. Maybe you're like working in a garage and like somebody's sleeping inside, like when we're at
Is that like in the
something.
editing software?
No. So like what you do is when it hammers, you just go, you can't hear it at all.
I'm like fucking Steven Spielberg over here.
There we go. Grip it up on this duck foot. Still got her. Nice. Nice. Get back.
Knowing me, I'd drop it and go into the machine.
I shoot out somewhere and lose it. Alright guys, we just wrapped up my car. Everything turned out really good. So we got new tires on it, checked the alignment, got the rear crash support back on, and got the rear bumper put on, barely, but it is on. So I'm going to show you guys the car real quick and how we're looking. So rear bumper's on there. Driver's side light here is kind of funky, but you know, it's still functional, and that's what I wanted. Probably gonna do away with this bumper soon anyways and go a different direction. But bumper's back in, we got the taillights back in, got the wheels back on. This is a different brand tire than what I'm used to, and the fitment is insane. I mean, I can hardly fit my finger in here, and it might rub a touch when the suspension compresses when we get to the track. So I might be adjusting the ride height a little bit. I'll probably do a quick nut and bolt check like the day of when I load up. I'll probably toss it on the trailer, just roll underneath and kind of take a look around, make sure everything's good to go. Of course, check the oil, check the fluids, you know, standard procedure type stuff. But currently we're pretty much good to go other than just packing everything up and checking fluids, do a nut and bolt check. Oh man, I told y'all were in for a treat. This thing has got a hog cam in it. I think, what is it, a BTR Stage 3?
Yeah, BTR Stage 3 cam.
And what else is done? Tell me about it, this thing, man. This thing's a beast.
Alright, so looking at it, it's a little beat, it's bruised, it works. It's got built heads, Stage 3 BTR cam, Holley fuel rails, dash 6A in line, stock bottom end, and CX Racing headers. That's really about it. It's not a crazy built motor, but it's a little bit better than stock motor. Running F-body front accessories, got the K-Tech tensioner, Koyo 240 rad. Mighty Mouse catch can, and then it's got what are these?
Rev 9.
Yeah, Rev 9 coilovers that I have yet to really feel. Definitely better than Max PPs. And that's about it for the motor side.
What kind of wheels you got on this thing, man?
So those are Stage Monroes in white. I think they are 17 by 8.5 plus 30. And then I got a PMC angle adapter on it, running I think a 15 or 20 mil spacer up front to try to clear the frame because it still hits an angle. Because the control arms are the same. Yeah, it works okay, better than stock. I'd like to change it eventually. But she's a little beat just from sitting in the tent a lot. Paint's starting to get pretty rough.
This crazy man, as you guys saw, with his 240 build. Ooh, build. What the hell? With his 240 build, he's quite literally built everything he owns in a driveway and in a tent. So this whole car was built in that tent.
And then I guess heading to the interior. Energy seats, energy wheel, energy harnesses with the son of a bitch racing e-brake extension, T56 transmission, and then I don't remember what kind of I think it's a Pro 50 shifter with just a different shift stick on it. And then the interior is fully gutted, which now it's okay, but whatever. I'd rather have a full interior, but when I first got it, the interior in this car was pretty bad. And if you E36 people know, they can be pretty bad. Both the reclinable mechanisms and the seats were broken. Rear seats weren't as bad, and then the deck lid was like purple from being faded. Door cards just falling apart, so when I built it, I just fully gutted it, made it super simple to work on, and it's been a super reliable car ever since I built it. I think there's a little bit of luck on my side, but it took me a while to build it, and it's been working ever since.
I mean, a basic toolkit in a driveway, in a tent.
Yeah,
Painted it.
Really the same stuff that I used to build with the 240.
Yeah. And this is a sunroof car. He's got a sunroof delete. And this isn't a wrap. He actually painted the whole car white.
Dude, it looks really yellow in here. It's really dirty.
It's definitely dirty and dusty.
It's yellowed over the 2 years it's
probably so.
Painted.
But full car got a white paint job, and then he spent what, a day, couple days, paint splattering? Whole weekend?
Whole weekend to paint the whole car from black to this.
But paint splattered the whole car, except for where you can see the stripe here. That's all clean. That's what he's talking about. The paint's getting a little tired finally, but made all of the decals. And then splatter starts up again back there. Remarkable. And what kind of exhaust is on this thing? I can't remember.
So the exhaust is 3-inch stainless steel that me and Nash welded together. It's just straight pipe all the way back with a vibrant, like, small muffler in it, and then the $30 eBay muffler just to quiet it down a little bit. I think it sounds pretty good. It's rowdy, but not ear-piercing loud.
It's tasteful.
Yeah, it's tasteful. I'd like to change the muffler to get a little bit of a different tone, but it's fine for now.
I dig it. It's like calm enough, but still has a good set of gonads.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if I want to get into party mode, I'll just take the muffler off in like 5 minutes, and it's a whole different beast.
But this car with no muffler on it, I mean, it's enjoyable as a car enthusiast, but it's a lot. It is loud with no interior. Everything just resonates. There's no HVAC in the car, so I mean, it's a driver car. It was built to drive, and that is all you're gonna do in this thing. But it is an absolute blast. So we're gonna check the alignment on this thing, make sure she's squared away, because I believe Dave's been playing with the ride height of this thing a little bit, especially since the new coilover install. And we're gonna swap some tires out for it, get some freshies on the back.
On the front.
Oh, on the front.
Yeah, these on the front have been on the car for years.
Ooh, yeah, they're probably starting to get a little crusty.
Yeah, I think they're getting a little hard. So
Yeah.
change them out. Go a whole new year on one set. So we'll see.
All right, let's get to it.
70 on the dot. Am I towed in?
That's what it's. If you're 70 on the dot in the rear, that I would say yes.
What the?
How'd that happen?
I don't know. Let's double check it.
Toe in is no bueno for a drift car. Quite the opposite of what we want.
Yeah, double check it. You double check it.
Hold on, let me set these folks down. Man, what the hell? Dude, you're like 70 and a 16th in the rear. You are way towed in. Almost a quarter towed in.
Guess we need to fix that.
That's a lot of tow in.
Yeah.
But this thing drives like ass. You've been complaining about it.
Not up here, just in the back. You want to fix it real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad we checked David's alignment. He has an immense amount of toe in the front, which is not good.
I mean, my wheels might be slightly turned, but it's still.
It would be even.
Side.
It wouldn't matter.
It's easy to fix that.
So you should see a correlation if the wheels are turned. Wheels straight.
That's what I thought.
So, I'm sitting down taking a break because it feels good to sit down. It's been a long day. David here has a 1/4 inch of toe in, which is pretty rough. Probably been affecting his driving, and he's been blaming himself. Unfortunately, it's like 10 o'clock, and I've got to work tomorrow, so we don't have time to address this tonight. So we might address it during the week if I get off from work early, which is highly unlikely. But we are definitely, if all else fails, and more than likely, going to address this Friday night when we're doing final drift prep, packing tool bags, loading trailers, double checking. I still got a nut and bolt check in my car, change the oil in my truck, etc., etc. The list goes on. But we're going to get this thing squared away. Going to give him a 1/4 inch of toe out, make the steering feel extra snappy, very responsive, help the self steer a little bit, and it'll probably feel like a whole different car. So I'm kind of excited about that. Anyways, that's a little update. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I don't care what it is about. Tell David he's beautiful. Anything you want. But yeah, like and subscribe. Share the videos. Let me know what you guys want to see more of. Which project you want to see more of. There's still a couple projects lingering around I haven't introduced to you guys yet. You will see a lot more of the 240. A lot more of this BMW. We'll break down the build more when we have some more time. We can actually focus on it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.